We have a little refresher with solving equations. Big thing with solving equation, the whole purpose is to get your variable alone. Steps that we'll need to take, we're no longer going to have one and two step equations here. We'll have some multiple steps. Problems will start off easier and progressively get harder, especially when we get into tomorrow's lesson. So your first step, and these steps will be for today and tomorrow, is to get rid of any division done to the entire side. Okay, if one side is totally being divided, you have a big fraction bar that entire side will totally be divided. You need to get rid of that division first. Second, take care of any distribution. Okay, if there's any distributive property that you need to take care of, do it. Third, combine like terms. So after you take care of the first couple steps, if there's like terms that we need to combine, we'll combine like terms. Step 4 is to get variable on one side of the equation. You might have a variable on two sides of the equation, but we need to get it onto one. And in order to get it onto one side, I will let you know it is done by addition and subtraction. Step 5 is to get rid of any addition or subtraction to the side with the variable. So once you get the variable on one side, we're going to get rid of any addition or subtraction to the side with the variable. And last is to get rid of any multiplication or division done to the variable. So example 1 here, there is no division on one side. There is no distribution. We actually don't have to do those two steps, but we do need to do the third. We need to combine like terms here. Okay, when we combine our like terms, we have 7 plus 2n and n. Remember, n really does have a coefficient. It has a coefficient of 1. So basically you have 2n plus 1n. That will give us 3n equals 13. Next, step 4, the variable is already on one side, so we need to get rid of any addition or subtraction to the side with the variable. The addition and subtraction is happening here. We're actually adding 7 to it. This is a positive 7. To get rid of that positive 7, we would subtract 7. And what you do to one side, make sure you do to the other side. We want to get in the habit of working down our paper. Look at that, the equal signs all line up. 7s would cancel out. We drop down 3n. We have 13 take away 7 gives us 6. And the last step up here in step 6 is to get rid of any multiplication or division done to the variable. Well, the variable is being multiplied by 3. In order to get rid of that 3, we need to divide by 3. We do the inverse. Do that to both sides. And we have n equals 2. Good way to double check your problem is you can actually go ahead and substitute it right back into your equation. So here's that original equation, 7 plus 2 in for n is 2, plus n is 2, equals 13. So we have 7 plus 2 times 2 is 4, plus 2 equals 13. 7 plus 4 is 11. 11 plus 2 is 13. 13 equals 13. It checks out. It is a true statement. Therefore, your answer would be true. Just a way to double check yourself. Example 2. Up here, we're going to go ahead and follow those steps again. The first step that actually you would come to is the distributive property. So we distribute. Draw those arrows. Those arrows indicate multiplication. We have 6 times negative 7, which is negative 42. And we have 6 times 4r, which is a positive 24r. Go ahead, drop the rest of it down. Okay. Our next step here would be to go ahead and combine like terms. Here's our like terms. Negative 42 minus 6. Okay, minus 6. Negative 42. We get a negative 48. We drop down our 24r. Equal signs lining up. We drop down 144. The variable is on one side, so our next step would be to get rid of any addition or subtraction. In this case, here's the addition and subtraction that's happening. That's a negative 48. In order to get rid of the negative 48, we'd have to add 48. So plus 48. Do that to both sides. We get 24r equals negative 96. Get r alone, divide by 24. And we have r equals negative 4. Again, a way to check it is substitute r back into the problem. Our last example here, in example 3, we actually have to do step 1. Notice how the left side of our equation is totally being divided. Okay, you only take this step when you have division on one side and the entire side is being divided. So we need to get rid of this division here of 7. In order to get rid of dividing by 7, we multiply by 7. What you do to one side, you do to the entire other side. And the entire other side is only negative 3. So these would cancel out, and we'd have k plus 5 equals negative 3 times 7 is negative 21. Get k alone, we would subtract 5, and we find out k equals negative 26. And this will conclude day 1 lesson solving equations.